And Jeff looks at me and goes, well, what do you got? And I thought, well, let's pull something new out. So I started doing this song, and we were talking about it in the car today. We all have multiple levels of consciousness. Most of us never reach past one or two of them. It's kind of like Donkey Kong. You can go on up, and when you get to the top level, you get to become what is called the observer. The observer is independent of each and every one of us in that your observer can watch you doing stuff at the same time he's thinking stuff, and he can also hear the stuff you're thinking. Now, I know this is all confusing, and it is. It literally is. And I've had an encounter a time or two with my observer, particularly when we're on stage, because somehow or another we can look down on each other and see ourselves playing, and it's us that's playing, but we're thinking different stuff like, wonder what Pike's going to play next, or wonder if he's going to remember to go to this guitar change or something like that. So I'm up in Seattle, Washington. A buddy of mine's got a little guitar that he doesn't play. He sits it on the guitar stand, and it keeps the dust off of the wife's furniture somehow. I'll go slower if you want me to. So I get up. I had just gone to the West Coast, and it takes me 4 or 5 days to get used to West Coast time. So I normally, my body clock wakes me up at 7:30 if I need to or not. So 7:30 East Coast time is 4:30 on the West Coast. And this happened 2 or 3 days in a row, and I finally was angry about it, and I went through some changes mentally and emotionally about not getting enough sleep. And then on the third, fourth day, I just said, oh, to heck with it, and I got up and went downstairs and made a pot of coffee, which was a whole other story. I'll tell you some other time. But I'm sitting there, and I'm the only person awake in the house, and I go downstairs and pick up this little guitar, bring it out on the deck, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just nice little guitar, and I was just listening to it, you know. I really wasn't paying attention to what was going on, and all of a sudden it started going. And I'm thinking, I think I could do something with that. And while I'm thinking that, my observer says, look at him. He ain't got a clue. And he starts to talk to me, and he says, Hugo. Thought I heard something. Paying no attention. Hey, Hugo. He's oblivious. And he says, I think you've been doing this all wrong. Waiting for your shift to come in as you right now moments rush along. You might as well be blind for all you see, never noting any difference between a pipe dream and reality. I wanna be on daylight wasting time. I wanna smell some roses. I want to leave our coats and ties behind. Gotta realize we only get one life. I wanna be on daylight wasting time. Somehow I heard all this go through my head, and I still couldn't manage to pay attention. He kept bugging me and calling my name. Hugo! I think you should toss yourself a line. Climb up out of the hole you've dug and change your ways and change your mind. Really isn't as hard as you might think. It could be the difference in whether you will learn to swim or continue to sink. wasting time. Wanna smell some roses, I want to leave these office hours behind. Gotta realize we only get one life. I wanna be on daylight wasting time. You can't see the future and you cannot change the past, so you end up going nowhere at all. Amazed at how you arrived so fast. Now I think you should cut yourself some slack. Lighten up just a little bit and shake that monkey off your back. Maybe you should win the lottery. Dedicate your waking hours to irresponsibility. I wanna be on daylight wasting time. Want to smell the roses, I want to leave all of my cares behind. Gotta realize we only get one life. Might as well be daylight wasting time. Now any songwriter that is worth a dang will tell you that the Creator provides us with all that we need to write songs. But somehow in our humanness, we begin to claim credit for that which is not really ours. And I'm not an exception. When I got out a pencil and a paper and I said, all of this occurred to me today. And I noticed there were precious moments I was let to slip away. Took a while to learn to train my eye to begin to see the benefit of life on daylight wasting time. Wanna be on daylight wasting time. I want to smell the roses, I want to leave all of my blues behind. Gotta realize we only get one life. Might as well be daylight wasting time.